folks, welcome to day 41 of reading 10 comics a day until I've read every single DC comic. Today is day 41, like I just said. Let's get into it. We have 10 comics today. Let's start. Master Comics number 10, we have Bullet Man. Bullet Man stops like a secret gang. There's a secret gang led by a guy. He stops the guy. He stops the secret gang. Moving on to More Fun Comics 63. We have the Spectre. There is this killer. This guy, he kills someone. Right. He kills a guy. Okay, he kills a guy. He's given the death penalty. Okay? And he dies. He gets electric shocked. But then he comes back as a spirit, like a ghost, and starts attacking and hurting and torturing the people who caused him to get the death penalty. Jim Corrigan obviously becomes the Spectre and stops him. We also have Dr. Fate this issue. Dr. Fate it mentions More Fun Comics by name. Like it's like a little meta joke maybe. They directly mention More Fun Comics. One guy is in the background and he's read More Fun Comics apparently. He says, "Hey, I've seen you in More Fun Comics." So apparently, canonically, More Fun Comics exists and there is a Dr. Fate depiction in it. In this world. Also, Dr. Fate is confirmed old as shit. He's been around since at least the 1600s, confirmed this issue. Basically, there's a big party going on at this mansion. There's buried treasure somewhere in the party. There's this magic guy who wants the treasure. Dr. Fate stops the magic guy and protects the treasure. Mystery Men Comics number 18, not much going on here. National Comics number 7, Uncle Sam discovers a sub-tank, which is like a big tank at the bottom of the ocean that moves along the ocean floor. Smash Comics number 18, there's a new hero introduced called Midnight. I don't really have anything to say about them, but, you know, there's that. Whiz Comics number 12. This is what we really need to talk about. World War II, officially mentioned. I think this is the first time I've talked about a World War II comic on here. Actually, no, I did mention there's a one with, like, Nazis earlier. But, okay, basically, so the Nazis are attacking this ship of refugees. Billy saves them. He saves the ship. He stops these bombers, these Nazi bombers, whatever, using his Shazam powers. Then he arrives at this refugee town, and he meets the guy who's head of the refugees, and he says, "Okay, there's Nazi bombers coming this way, and they're gonna bomb this shelter. Why aren't these guys in the bunkers? Why aren't the refugees in the bunkers?" The head guy is like, "Ooh, they don't need the bunkers because this building is actually bomb-proof. It's actually a bomb-proof building. Also, I have to go now." For some reason. I have to go, like, right now. And then he runs off, which is suspicious for a good reason. Then the Nazis arrive, they drop the bombs, the shelter almost gets exploded. Billy does stop the bomb from hitting the shelter, but it still explodes midair, close enough to set the building on fire. Billy wakes up as Shazam, as Captain Marvel, quick enough to put out the fire and save everyone. Turns out Billy tracks down the refugee, the head of the refugees. Turns out he's a secret Nazi spy who is having the Nazis do all this. Also, there's one point where Billy does blackface to, like, sneak onto a Nazi ship and follow the Nazi spy. Now, you may notice throughout that whole thing, I was calling them Nazis, but why no more? They're called Nazis. Why are you pronouncing like that? Because in this comic, they're called Nazis, as in Nat the Bug, Gnatzis. Why are they called that? I'm not sure. I don't know, like, the full historical context. I don't know if they were originally called that for somebody. I don't know if that was like a bad word to use towards them, like a derogatory word. Obviously, like, being derogatory to Nazis is something, but you know what I mean. I don't know if it was like they weren't allowed to say Nazi in comics for some reason, so they said Nazi. I'm not entirely sure of the, like, historical context. I think they're allowed to say Nazi in comics. I'm pretty sure they said it before, but I'm not sure if there was that was like another name for Nazis at the time. I don't know, but they do call them Nazis. The word Nazi is not said once in this comic. They're called Nazis throughout. Nazi. So moving on, Action Comics 33. There's this guy who dies, and he leaves behind this big fortune, and in his will, he says he wants all the money to go towards these unfortunate kids, and he wants the money to be used to build a summer camp for them. The summer camp is not built after a couple months, so Clark and Lois are sent to investigate. They get, the guy running the camp tries to kill them, whatever. There's no one at the summer camp because it's not summer camp yet. Turns out, big guy behind everything is the guy who's, like, in charge of the will, and he doesn't want it to be spent on the summer camp. Superman defeats him, saves Lois, whatever. The will gets reenacted, and, everything works out. Adventure Comics 59, not much to talk about here. All American Comics number 23, Green Lantern deals with another racketeering scheme, as always. Crack Comics number 10, not much happening here. So that's all I had to talk about today. I know I was quick today, and I didn't upload tomorrow. Sorry about that. I will be uploading again on Sunday. I will have to skip Saturday, because whatever. But next week, hopefully, I will upload every day and on Saturday. I know I've been missing like Saturdays consistently. But there's a reason for that. Well, anyways, thank you all for watching. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.